All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. All right, so crypto's last train before the parabolic bull run. Crypto's last train before the parabolic bull run. I think prices are going to start to see a surge pretty quickly, especially as we get closer to the end of January. Again, not political. No, I'm not for any political side, but we do have a new administration coming in, and they're fairly bullish on crypto. Also, we have Gary Gensler leaving the SEC, so that's very bullish. He's getting replaced. I got to look up who's replacing him. I'm not sure if they came out with the announcement, but there was rumors, that a couple people that were applying or are going to take his spot are very crypto friendly, and they want to see crypto thrive. So I think going towards the end of January, we're going to start to see the parabolic move that everybody's been talking about in 2024. Now, recently on crypto Twitter, everybody has been saying, "Oh, this is a top. We don't have any more room to run up," and that's just not the case, in my opinion. I think we're going to continue to run up until until the middle of 2025, and maybe a little bit further than that. I think we'll probably see this cycle is kind of mimicking 2020 and 2021. So I think it'll finish out in around that October timeframe. Right now, obviously, I've been telling you guys that you have to take profit before we even get to that point. You should be having checkpoints to say, okay, I think this is a good point to take 10% off the table, 20%, 30% off the table. You need to start taking profit off the table, because if you try to take all your profit at once, unless it's like very early on, one, you're going to miss out on maximum gains. Obviously, you can't time the top, but if you take all your gains out at once, you're going to miss out on maximum gains. And if you wait until the end, you risk holding the bags until the next bear market. So you got to play it in the middle. You got to take 10% here, 20% there. And yeah, but I think the crypto market is holding on strong. I think there's a lot more room to run. And I think prices right now are just consolidating, which is good. I don't think it's healthy to just be running up in price 24/7. You got to look at charts. You got to look at historical charts when it comes to stocks, when it comes to crypto. These charts don't just go straight up. There's periods of consolidation. There's periods of dips, and there's periods of parabolic movements to the upside. All right, so let me share my screen. All right, so we look at if we look at BTC. All right, we're at 95. I think this is a strong price to be at. 95, and we're really close to we're really close to the 100K. And remember, for BTC, it's easy to jump $2,000 to $5,000 within a day, right? It doesn't even need a week to do a $5,000 move. It can even jump up $10,000, $15,000 in a day. So it's not beyond BTC to do this. So we're really not that far off 100K. Oscar S, what's up, man? Trump pump or no? I was talking about that earlier. I'm not sure when you came in, but yeah, I think he gets sworn in the 20th, right? And again, like I repeated earlier, I'm not for any political side, but like I was saying, this administration is very crypto friendly. So, I mean, it's good for crypto investors. I mean, either way you slice it, it's just good for crypto investors. Now, I do believe whoever would have won, crypto would have did what it did, right? The technology is here to stay. It doesn't matter who's in office, but with the current administration that's going to be in office, I think it just accelerated, crypto prices essentially. But I still think we still would have reached. We still would have reached 100K in my opinion. Probably maybe not as soon, but I don't think that, I don't think it matters. In the long term, I don't think it matters. In the short term, yes. So to answer your question, I believe so. I do think we get a pump because Trump is going into office. And again, we're getting to that point where, historically we've seen January, February, March be very historically bullish for crypto. And we're running out of days in January. Currently, it's what, the 12th? So we're going to see a pump soon. So that's why it's good to not have paper hands, right? You can't be selling on every dip. And again, like the Cryptos R Us guy says, dips are gifts. And when you see a dip and you have a favorite coin, you either hold on to that position or you dollar cost average to add more to your pile. If they remove tax on crypto, sheesh, that would be great. I don't think they're going to remove taxes completely, but I think like that whole thing where it's like where you convert one crypto to another and you have to pay taxes, that part is annoying, right? Because that was something I just didn't get. Because you got to remember, in the beginning, you needed to convert crypto, and even to this day, you still need to convert crypto to get something, right? Like purchase another crypto. So let's just say, I want to get this crypto on a decentralized exchange. You can't just put cash in and buy that crypto. So why should I be taxed for trying to purchase an item essentially? You have to convert some of these coins to get other coins, and I don't think it's fair to tax people on that. So yeah, I do believe they should do something with the taxes. Now, I don't think they're going to remove taxes completely. If they do, that'd be great. But I think like, if you're going to use crypto to purchase like food, and in some instances you can, because I had Dash. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the coin Dash. It's like an OG crypto, but they do a lot on the payment side front, right? So I actually use Dash to purchase stuff in CVS, right? They had this app. I don't think they have it anymore, but it was Dash Direct. That's what it was called. It was Dash Direct, but it got discontinued because there was a lot of regulatory stuff in the way, and the app got shut down because the partnerships that they had, they didn't want to deal with any crypto at the time. This is when Gary Gensler was in the mix and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I think taxes is one of those things for certain activities, like converting crypto to another crypto. You shouldn't tax people. And then also, if you're using crypto to purchase, I don't think you should be taxed. So that's just my opinion. But yeah, hopefully there's some movement on that. But yeah, so it looks like BTC is spiking up. It went from 94 to 95. I actually predict this week to be bullish, and actually, as we get closer to the inauguration, I think it's going to be even bullish. And then I'm not sure when. Let me see when Gary Gensler is going to get out of here. Let's look that up. Give me just a second. Let me pull something up on my screen. When does Gary Gensler resign? Okay, let me share my screen. Share. All right, so Gary Gensler, SEC Chair Gary Gensler, depart on agency on January 20th. So he's actually leaving the day Trump gets sworn in. So it's it's going to be two bullish catalysts. So I don't think we need long to wait for a crypto bull market. Crypto parabolic bull market, right? And when I say parabolic, we're already in a bull market. We've been in a bull market since last December. But when I say parabolic, I mean like every day it's going to be like 20-30% gains on your portfolio. You're going to wake up, you're going to look at your portfolio, you're going to refresh it, you'll be like, holy crap. Like it's going to be a lot of gains. Now the live stream is titled "The Last Train" because I think it's very imminent that these prices are going to take off. And once these prices take off, there's no more getting in, right? That's it. Now, I don't think everything's going to spike at once, but I do believe that it's going to be sectors. So if you have like the AI sector take off, all those coins are going to pretty much take off around the same time. And again, this is where kind of like this opportunity comes in where you can take gains from the fastest horse and move it into cryptos that have not moved yet. So you got to be very aware of what narratives are going to take off and what what narratives are going to take off after, the hottest narrative per se. So again, in my opinion, I think the hottest narrative in crypto right now is AI. And obviously, so there's different sectors, but you could play you could play this sector, many ways. Obviously, the most hottest sector in AI is AI agents. I do believe some of it is overhyped because I don't think like a lot of these AI agents offer anything different. So we're kind of like in the hype cycle, like that meme craze cycle. It's kind of like the AI agent craze cycle. So you got to be careful. But for me, I've always been saying this, the play for me is the decentralized GPU power that these AI agents are going to need, or just these LLMs, right? These learning language models are going to need these decentralized protocols to provide GPU power. So there's a lot of them out there. So if you don't know about them, I would do research and try to figure out those. But again, it's very imminent. This is why I titled this live stream The Last Train, because I don't think in the next week or two we are going to be seeing these same prices. Now, okay, so if we look at the overall market cap of crypto, we're at 3.3 trillion. I think by the end of January going into February, we probably see a $5 trillion market cap. I think that will be something we see. Maybe it's closer to that 4.5, but I wouldn't be surprised by the end of February we're at a $5 trillion market cap. That's an additional 1.7 trillion added to this market cap right here, right? We have a total of 3.3 trillion. That's a total of 1.7. And I think a lot of that increase is going to go to the AI sector. So you got to be prepared, and you got to be, have your positions. At this point, you should have your positions on. All right. We've been talking about it all 2024, pretty much almost every other day. So if you don't have your positions now, it's getting to that point where it's going to be too late. And you don't want to get to a position where you are chasing coins during this parabolic move. And that's what you're going to see from a lot of people. You're going to see people chasing. And the reason why is because they didn't have conviction. They didn't put on their positions early, and they just waited to the last minute. And that's what you see all the time. People don't look at this and like, oh, wow, these things are actually undervalued. And it may not necessarily be that they're undervalued, but it's that you got to understand during a crypto parabolic bull market, valuations don't make sense. I don't think there's actually $3.3 trillion in the crypto space, but it's inflated. It's the supply on exchanges, and it's kind of what the value is from what people are trading and things like that. But yeah, what else? The Fear and Greed Index I think it's kind of like bottoming out, in my opinion. I think we're going to see a bump up pretty soon, and you always see it too, like in the chart. Every after any like major dip, which we had a dip here, you always see some consolidation and then a move on upward, and it's just kind of coming at the right time as far as historically. Historically, we've seen BTC again around that January just go parabolic, and I think it's just probably lagging a little bit because it's always like a month off from the previous cycle, so it's not like a 1-for-1, but it's pretty similar. And who knows, maybe this cycle we do last a little bit longer. Maybe we go into 2026 until this bull market. Who knows? We do have a lot of institutional investors, but I would say this though: people, as soon as people start taking profit and prices start to crash, you got to remember it's all psychology, and this is kind of what the crypto market follows. This is what the stock market follows. It's psychology. It's people that determine the market. So I don't think this is going to change unless they do lock people out and BTC just keeps going up from here. But I do think the altcoins would reset. So pay attention to the ones that actually provide value, and I think you'll be in a good position. But again, you should be taking profit along the way. and maybe you buy into the ones that actually have utility and and build a position later after after the bull market concludes and we get into a bear market and prices start to settle down. All right, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for joining the live stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.